Well, hello. I'm recording this early in the morning again before the sun starts shining through my window, although it won't go up till this afternoon. And I ask a question for the video of the 27th of October. Should I throw in the towel? In my previous video, I offended my son. That was not my intention. I did not know he was only jesting when suggesting that I get my own place. If I could, I would. However, I would need help since I cannot afford what I need on my very limited income. That's why I created the video. Actually, I've been very frustrated with the continuation of unfulfilled promises regarding the restoration of the United States Republic and implementation of NESARA GESARA, which I see as a necessary first step. In addition, I honestly don't believe we can survive as a human race unless our original abilities, as indicated by Anastasia, are restored. The talents, powers, and abilities she talks about are essential in the transformation of human society. Without these, I may as well throw in the towel. Continuation of life as it has been is simply not worth it to me. It has nothing to do with anyone other than God and me. Indeed, I did not intend to offend my son. Truthfully, he scared me when he said I needed to get my own place. One of his comments said he was only jesting, but it didn't feel like a jest to me. It felt like it was putting me between a rock and a hard place, having to make a decision. What am I going to do now? I don't have a place to go. He's actually not kicking me out. He's made no suggestion that I have to move imminently as soon as possible. Although I know his lifestyle and mine do not necessarily mesh. He's a night person. Oftentimes he doesn't go to bed till the middle of the night or even the almost morning. Like sometimes when I'm getting up, he would just be going to bed. I'm a person who likes to get up early in the morning, often before the sun comes up, and do meditation and other prayer work and stuff like that. As I said, our lifestyles are totally different, totally opposite. Besides, he doesn't believe that God is involved in creation. He believes in evolution, that it just simply unfolds in its own time, and there's always going to be evil, and there's always going to be good, and he believes, I guess, somehow that there's a balance between the two. I see it as totally unbalanced. Evil is dominant, not balanced with good. There is good in the world, but oftentimes the people that are trying to make the most positive changes are the ones that are persecuted by the establishment. This is reality. Many people have been killed, many have been imprisoned, and many have been attacked and limited in various ways, becoming the recipients of pressures that are ridiculous. What do they call them? Targeted individuals. And most of those, I believe, have been somehow connected, either in their family or in somehow there's been a connection to the establishment. And these are more or less whistleblowers, or those that have seen the light and come out of the darkness and moved away from. I mean, I have a friend who I made a video a few days ago, and I thought, this is a doctor, a medical doctor, who now does holistic practitioning. I thought she was going to send me more information. She didn't do that, but she's been under tremendous attack because she was actually married, I believe, to someone that was in the Illuminati. And so she's been a targeted individual for a long time. And I know others that are targeted individuals. And this is a situation that, to me, requires a God who is willing to take action, requires an actual creator that takes responsible for the creation and doesn't just allow evil to run roughshod over over any part of creation. It's an anomaly to me that there are planets anywhere where evil is actually dominating and where free will doesn't exist. People say we have free will here. No, we don't have free will. Tell that to the people that are trying to stand up to the establishment and reveal the inconsistencies and the outright lies and the blatant murder and torture and other things that these criminals that run our governments are doing, especially in the United States, especially in what we call Israel today, which isn't Israel at all. It shouldn't be called that. It has nothing to do with biblical Israel, as I've said in other videos. In any case, I have reached a point of frustration. I keep hearing that Nasara and Gassara and all of these things that are going to bring positive political and economic changes to the world are imminent. I've been hearing that for years and years and years. This year, I heard it was going to happen by July 4th. Independence Day was going to be a time that we could announce our independence. Independence Day, of course, July 4th came and went. It didn't happen. We've had continuing promises that, well, it's going to be by the end of September. Now, there were, of course, some in between July 4th and the end of September, but now it's Halloween, and others are saying even a later date, that there won't be an election, that the election is going to be postponed until January, and there's going to be real candidates, and there's going to be the republic restored and constitutional law put back in place, where it's not just the Constitution of the United States, which is the criminal constitution, it's the constitutional for the United States of America. And united is lowercase u, not capital. It's the capital U, and the Constitution of the United States is a corporate constitution. That's all they did is they just change a word here and there and corporatize it. Anything that's corporate is fraud. Corporations are fraudulent, fictional entities. They have no validity in the real world. So we don't live in the real world. We live in the corporate world. And that's an anomaly. It's an anomaly that's normal for us because it's all we've ever known. But it needs to be changed, folks. All multinational corporations need to be brought down. And companies can be formed, but companies need to work on a local level, not on an international level. Anything that's international is usually coercive, and it has an agenda to dominate humanity and dominate the world. It's a group of people that think that they have the right to be in charge of everybody else, and to hell with human rights, to hell with decency, to hell with truth. Look at the media. The media, if they're broadcasting it, that there's a 99% probability that they're lying, or they're mixing so many lies in with a little bit of truth that it makes it incomprehensible from a perspective of someone that's looking for the truth. These are things that we have to address. Should I throw in the towel? I'll tell you, there are times that, especially this year, since I lost my home, that I have felt like throwing in the towel. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I didn't go to the gym today, by the way. And today's the first time that I didn't go to the gym since I came back from Australia, when the gym was open on a normal, in a normal routine of things. I didn't go to exercise because I don't know what I want. I'm really between a rock and a hard place, trying to figure out what to do with my life. It's really, really hard, and I ask for prayers, and those of you that can help me figure out a way that I can liberate my son and liberate myself and have put my own roof over my head. This is something that I'd like to be able to do. I've wanted to do that ever since they stole my home that was never mortgaged. Anyway, thank you for listening, and namaste.